What up? What up? Welcome in Nick's Picks Wild Card Weekend. We are live right now on YouTube. Sorry we started a little late today, just a few minutes late. Had some computer issues, but we're here. I'm not saying it. It's too early in the stream. I can't get demonetized yet.
Dang.
But we're here. That's all that matters. Ben, what is up? Welcome in.
I'm just here.
Let's get us up here. Bam, there we are. There's our beautiful faces. What is going on, everybody? Oops, didn't mean to go to the last slide. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nick's Picks. We are in the wild card weekend, and we are live once again. I thought Slower was going to be here, but apparently he's not. I have wired headphones with a computer that's like a mile away from me right now, so it's going to be a little weird, but my Bluetooth ones just were not cooperating with me for this. So also, if anyone hops in and lets me know, hopefully the music's not too loud or anything like that. Hopefully me and Ben are somewhat the same volume and whatnot, so we'll
let's hope so.
Yeah, if anyone has any comments about that in the chat, just let us know. But as you can see below us, it says like and subscribe is what you should do. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're getting to 500 subscribers so that we can give away, sorry, I had that coming. So we can give away a mystery Japanese Pokemon slab to somebody in the comments as soon as we hit 500 subscribers. I just opened a Charizard UPC with my wife.
You opened all of them already?
It was supposed to be a video. It will not be a video because...
Did it get corrupted?
Nope, I never hit record. Or I did hit record, it just didn't record. I don't know what the case is. I looked over as I was opening the last pack and realized it wasn't recording. But I'll let you in on a little secret. The picture I'll send you with our hits, Amber got all of them except for I got a Mawile EX. I went 0 for 8 before I pulled a Mawile EX.
That's insane. That's
it was Blooming Waters 2.0 for sure. So it wasn't even a great video. Amber pulled 2 IRs. She had the Spheal that I already have from Surging, and the Furret from Journey Together.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, so she got cards that she also.
So she got those 2. She got a Heracross EX out of Mega. Like the X. You got one other card too. What else did she get?
So what I'm hearing is
she had 8 total points.
I shouldn't buy it.
So what was that? That was 7. She had one more EX. I don't remember what the other EX was. Oh, Salamence EX from Journey Together.
I want you to know. I literally was thinking, was it a Salamence?
It was a Salamence, yeah, but it was not the good one. But I have the promo card at least.
How much is that now? Is like what? 30?
I think it's like $30.
That's not that bad. I mean,
so the most expensive thing that came out of that.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know if I want to go to.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to go get it. It's I mean, it's rough. I mean, 18 packs, you're bound to get something, and we got IRs at least. Yeah. But not what I was hoping for. And then I didn't even record any of it, so that's even better.
I think that is considered. Before we get into picks, we're kind of.
We're kind of going off topic here, but
I was like, at least it was.
It's not really off topic because if they like and subscribe, or if they comment down below, they can win a mystery Japanese Pokemon slab as soon as we hit 500 subscribers. So we're talking Pokemon right now. That's essentially why. But let's get into the NFL. And first of all, let's recap Week 18, and it started with the game for the NFC South, or at least it was kind of for the NFC South. But then it turned out not to really be because the Falcons had to come along and ruin everything. But the Buccaneers did win this game 16-14. The Panthers just didn't look good at all, and they look like they're going to get absolutely pounced, pun intended there, in the first round of the playoffs. So
they're gonna say pounded because they're other
keep pounding, yeah. That's their. But like I don't know, pounce just seemed like a Panther thing.
No, that was a good one. Good one.
Yeah, they didn't look good in this game at all.
I mean, neither team did. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
So neither team deserved to make the playoffs for sure.
I'm only
let alone host a playoff game. Let me just put that out there.
I will say this right now. This is all I'm going to say when it comes to this game, and obviously, technically, the Falcons Saints game. If the NFL doesn't do what the NHL and the NBA do, where it's just the top 7 teams, like obviously, if you win your division, you should still be in the playoffs. In my personal opinion, whether you think an 8-9 team should be a playoff team, that's debatable. But I still think you should. It's still in some ways win the division, but the Panthers shouldn't be home. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
Right. Moving on, we have the Seahawks going on to beat the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers didn't look that great in this game either. Both defenses look phenomenal, though. I mean, 13-3 is a very low-scoring game. But the Seahawks win the NFC West, and they get the number 1 seed in the NFC. Had I said that at the beginning of the season, you'd call me crazy. But
yeah, I would have.
I do remember saying the Seattle Seahawks would be better than we maybe anticipated this year.
Which I'll give you.
This was way bigger than any of us anticipated. I mean, the number 1 seed in the NFC is crazy. Yeah, no, I watched most of this game, but like I don't really have much to say about it. It just looked like I have this theory about Brock Purdy. I think he's just one of those quarterbacks that can't beat a good team. Like, he's going to look great against mediocre teams.
Are you saying he's a system quarterback, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've said that for a couple years now, but
okay. I'm not disagreeing with you, by the way. I
just think that when Brock Purdy has to go against a good team, he looks very mediocre, and especially a good defense. And that's, I mean, no, I don't trust Sam Darnold, but this Seattle defense could carry them to a Super Bowl appearance for sure in this NFC. I mean,
let's be honest with ourselves here. The only competition, I mean, if you want to give Philly, then fine. I genuinely think the only team that can give Seattle a run for their money is the Rams. I mean, they split the season, and both games were close. Like, that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to this. I think the Niners, I'll get more into the Niners when it comes to the picks on how I feel about them, even though, well, I won't spoil it, but I'll get more into the Niners when it comes to that.
We can kind of jump through some of these. Speaking of which, the Giants go on to beat the Dallas Cowboys 34-17, dropping all the way to the 5th pick in the NFL draft. But all will be forgiven if the Giants can get Harbaugh as their next head coach.
I'm gonna say it. I would love to see it.
Between
Unbiased,
if it's not him, it better be Kevin Stefanski.
No,
but top 2. I swear to God, if we come out of this with Mike fucking McCarthy, I am going to blow my brains out. I like, unironically. I'm kidding, actually, for all legal purposes. In game, of course. But that,
okay.
Like,
let me ask you this, because obviously Stefanski and Harbaugh are going to be, I mean, obviously I want either of those guys too. If you somehow don't get Stefanski or Harbaugh, who is like third best option that you could, if you could think on top of your head, who would you want? If it's not Stefanski.
The third best option after not getting Stefanski and Harbaugh is just going to the NCAA and being like, hey, one of your teams should go up to the NFL and we'll come down here because we're clearly not cut out for this shit.
I feel
go to
bad.
the XFL and talk one of their teams into switching spaces with you.
I feel so bad.
That is literally, yeah, that's what it comes down to. It's Harbaugh, Stefanski, or I am going to be an angry Giants fan for the next like 10 years.
That's fair. Real quick, I know we gotta get through these games. I do want to ask you this question. I just a simple yes or no. Do you think the NFL, because clearly there were teams tanking for this pick, do you think the NFL should do what the NBA does with like I think
a lottery?
A lottery. Do you think the NFL should do that?
I'd be down for it. I think it would make it more entertaining, and that's essentially what the NFL goes for, is entertainment.
Yeah.
I would.
I'd be down for it.
I'd be down for it. I wouldn't have any like real objection for it.
I think the only thing that I would hate about
I'm sure it would fuck over the Giants at a time or two, but I mean, that's what a lottery is.
Maybe you'll get like the
and the problem, the problem with the way I can't even get the sentence out. The problem with the way the NBA does the lottery is it's so easily rigged. So like,
easily.
I don't want it to go down that road to where it's something that could easily get rigged to where they give, a team like New York with a big market the number 1 overall pick compared to a team like Tennessee who's not going to draw as much crowd to get somebody like Cam Ward, So I don't want it to go down that road, but I would like to see it to kind of encourage not tanking.
I feel like it should just only be the top 10 picks.
I think that's what the lottery is for the NBA, but...
Well, it's like all the non-playoff teams.
Yeah.
Like there's still other... I think it should just only be top 10 picks should be lottery. But I digress.
We'll see. Moving on, the Texans go on to beat the Colts 38-30. Riley Leonard looked pretty good in this game. I'll give him that. But it all went downhill for the Colts a while ago. As for the Texans, this win did not give them the AFC South, unfortunately, because the Jaguars went on to win their game. So the Texans go into the AFC playoffs as the 5 seed, correct? Yeah, the 5 seed with a favorable matchup. They wanted that 5 seed because that's, out of all the matchups you could get, that was the one you wanted.
Yeah.
So
that is
good
like
win for the Texans.
Seed. Yep.
I think this will go a long way into them potentially making an AFC Championship appearance, something that they couldn't do with Deshaun. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know why.
I mean, that defense is very good. So just like
right, like they don't.
I'm not gonna say Sam Darnold and like CJ on the same level, but in what you said earlier, like the Seahawks defense will carry Darnold. I think that's,
and it's kind of like the Broncos defense from last year. I can't name a single player on this team defensively besides Singletary. I think the corner. I could be wrong about his last name.
Oh yeah, or no, Stingley. I think it's
Stingley. Stingley.
I think the only people I can think of is Will Anderson. I think it's Will Anderson, and I'm blanking on who their other pass rusher is. But yeah, same thing. But they do work.
Yeah, they work. That's all that matters. Moving on, the Browns go on to beat the Bengals 20-18, meaning this game doesn't really matter. Did Shadur play in this game? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, moving on. Speaking of things we don't care about, the Falcons go on to beat the New Orleans Saints, which gave the Panthers the 3-way tie victory. Weirdest tie ever. The fact that the Bucks are better than the Panthers, but they weren't better than the Falcons, who weren't better than the Panthers either. Didn't make any sense, but that's how the Panthers made their way into the playoffs, was by the Falcons winning this football game. And
we fucking beat the Jets. Let me put this way. We're still getting our ass kicked by the Rams.
But you could have been a playoff team.
But we could have been a playoff team and made the Rams pick lower.
Yep. Oh, well. It is what it is. Maybe you'll trade into the first round. Who knows?
Fuck you.
Moving on, the Vikings go on to beat the Packers 16-3. Kind of wish Slower was here, but the Packers didn't really play anybody, so it didn't really matter. And
they were locked into 7 seeds.
Yeah, they were locked in, so they're going for their playoff. They're limping their way into the playoffs, man. I had them as a Super Bowl. It was hard to pick who I did in their matchup, but we'll get to it. We'll get there. Moving on, like I said earlier, the Jaguars did win their game against the Tennessee Titans 41-7 nonetheless. So the Jaguars riding into the playoffs with a 9-game winning streak, which is insane. They're a scary team, and Buffalo got the unlucky draw, which I was rooting for Houston to lose their game because I did not want Buffalo to get this game. But we will get to this one. This was a tough one to call as well. But Jacksonville is going to be a tough out. They're on a 9-game winning streak. I mean, they blew the fuck out of Tennessee in this game. So,
which they should.
Yes, but
it's one team trying to stay hot and one team that just wants the season over.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
The Rams go on to beat the Arizona Cardinals 37-20. This gave the Rams the 5 seed if they didn't have it already. I'm not 100% sure
I think
how that one worked out.
I think it clinched because I forget who the 6 is. Oh, yeah, no.
It's 49ers, but they lost. I don't know. I really don't know how this worked out. But regardless, LA locked in at the 5 seed. They will go up against the Panthers and probably kick the shit out of them. But again, we'll get to that in a little bit. Cardinals happy this season is over, but the Cardinals had a lot of bright spots this season that I feel like the Cardinals were just like a okay defense away from being a legit team this year. And I mean, that was a tall task because their division is stacked, but
that's my point, is that they're just in a hell division.
But if they can get themselves a good defense, I mean, the West is scary enough, but the Cardinals could be a tougher team next year if they can get a solid quarterback too. But
I was like, honestly, all you need to win the West, and this is not a shot on the Seahawks, is you just need, it feels like a tall task, but a really good defense. And
a franchise quarterback. Like a Matt Stafford level quarterback.
I wouldn't even say franchise, just competent. Like, and that's not a shot at
to put it this way, I don't think the Rams even sniff the playoffs without Matt Stafford this year. Like I don't know who their number 2 quarterback is. I think it's the fucking old guy from Georgia.
Tennessee, or no, Georgia.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. But
Stetson Bennett, I think.
Stetson Bennett. Yeah. I think that's their number 2. Not a shot they sniff the playoffs with Stetson Bennett.
Oh, God, no.
So, if you put Matt Stafford on the Cardinals, I think the Cardinals are probably where the Rams are right now. So, I mean, they're just a quarterback away from doing it. I just think they need not even like a Matt Stafford in his prime level quarterback, just like a Matt Stafford now level quarterback.
I think if you're the Cardinals, because I think Mac Jones is going to be a free agent. I think you try and get him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's quite the level that I'm hoping that they're hoping for.
Well, I'm saying as a bridge. I say as a bridge.
I think your bridge quarterback can be Brissett. I mean, Brissett was fine.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I definitely think you have to draft a quarterback in the draft. Not saying first round, but at least second or third round.
And let Brissett start the year, develop the quarterback. Hopefully, we'll see what the Cardinals can do, but their season's over. I mean, we spent a lot of time. We have time to talk this week because we have a lot less games to pick this week. So, kind of drawing some conversation on these. And if anyone has anything to say, I see 3 people in here right now. If anyone has anything to say or add into any of this, feel free to hop in the chat. I keep looking over just to make sure nobody's trying to chime in. Moving on, though, the Broncos do clinch the number 1 seed in the AFC with their 19-3 win over the Los Angeles Chargers, who didn't play anybody, so it really didn't matter.
It's still weird they wanted
they wanted the 7 seed, but it is what it is. I feel like they kind of knew that the Texans were going to, because it didn't rely on what the Chargers did. If they had won this game, I don't think they own the tiebreaker over Buffalo or Houston. So I think they would have been at 7 regardless. But
so I guess in theory, then do you stay as the 7th and play? If you beat the Broncos, then in theory, then play the Broncos, because I feel like the Broncos would then drop. I don't know. I don't know how all the seeding stuff works. I'm assuming they'd rather play. I don't know. It was really weird.
But I don't know. I don't know. We'll move on. If the Giants had managed to lose to the Dallas Cowboys, they would have jumped themselves back up to, I don't think, the number 1 pick, or maybe, I don't know. I don't really know how it would have worked because a lot of teams would have been tied with 3 wins. But the Raiders go on to beat the Kansas City Chiefs 14-12, and they still get the number 1 overall pick. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that they got a chance to get a win and still walk away with the number 1 pick at the end of the season. But is what it is. Giants decided to win 2 straight, and this is where we're at. So
the Giants, I think I remember seeing when the Giants won, before the game started.
I think the Giants would have been number 1 if they had lost, but is what it is.
That's insane.
Patriots solidify themselves at the 2 seed with a 38-10 win over the Miami Dolphins. I think they were stuck there anyway because of the Denver win, but yeah, I mean, they beat the shit out of Miami, so the Patriots also riding hot into the playoffs. They're going to be a tough team to play. I don't think LA gets past them, but we'll get to that. But yeah,
all I got on this is that McDaniels.
Let me ask you this.
Be the coach,
let me ask you this about the Patriots. How would you feel about a Patriots Super Bowl this year? Do you feel like this is does this feel the same? Or I
I think
I don't
it's
know
one
how
of those
to. I
where
don't know
we
how to
don't
feel
know
about
yet.
this.
I think we don't know yet because I think this is, and obviously, I mean, like we were alive.
Like I
when we were
hate
alive.
Patriot fans for sure because they've had it too good for too long, and here we are again.
Their rebuild was like what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Like I would say that it feels like historically like when they beat the Rams, like to start that dynasty, where it's like we don't know it yet until it starts. And I'm not saying the Patriots dynasty is back. I'm not insinuating that, but I feel like it feels like that where like we don't know how good this team is gonna be until 5 years later.
And I wanted Mike Vrabel too. I said that when he was available. I wanted the Giants to fire their coach. Yeah.
When he got fired by Tennessee, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, I know the team's ass, but it's not because of him.
Yeah, that same thought with the Browns and Stefanski, but I think that one was mutual. I want to say that one. I think Stefanski wanted the hell out of Cleveland. And yeah, Harbaugh's a weird one too. I don't know why he got fired. I feel like had they made that kick, would he not have been fired after this season?
I saw one where it was like in the middle of the field goal, Tomlin gets fired, left or right.
Is Harbaugh getting fired?
Harbaugh gets fired. I'm like, that is sad.
That is sad.
Turned into coaches. But.
Is what it is. But yeah, Patriots going to beat the Dolphins. Fuck the Dolphins. Fuck you, T-Pratt.
Go drop a building.
Moving on, the Eagles did not try in their last game either. They were pretty much solidified at the 3 seed, so they stuck there. And their backups did not beat the Washington Commanders. They lose this one 24-17.
Oh, it was a close game.
But yeah, it didn't really matter. So Eagles at the 3 seed, probably the least scary Eagles team. But yet, when the NFC is as questionable as it is, anything could really happen, I guess. The Bears, I don't know if they tried in this game or not, but they lose this one 19-16 to the Detroit Lions. But the Bears, regardless, are the 2 seed in the NFC playoffs, which another thing, had I said at the beginning of the season, we would have been calling each other crazy. But yeah, the Bears are the 2 seed in the NFC playoffs, even with this loss to the Detroit Lions. And the Bears are another one I don't know what to make of. It's really about Caleb Williams. Is Caleb Williams up to the task? Is he not up to the task? I think their defense is really good, and it'll help them in some closer games. But I really feel like this is going to come down to some late minute drives from Caleb Williams that he's done a lot of times this season. And
when does that magic run out?
Yeah, exactly. Does he have it in him in the postseason?
I will say he needed like 280 yards to pass for 4,000. He was 60 yards short.
Yeah. So the Bears still without a 4,000-yard passer, but I think Caleb is going in the right direction to do it.
I think that
I don't know if they count playoffs in that. If there's any Bears quarterback, even the ones that made the Super Bowl, like what was his name? What the fuck was his Grossman? Rex Grossman?
Oh, Grossman. Oh, I was thinking the one in '85. I can't.
Oh, no, I don't know what his name was, but yeah,
I don't think any
the
of
one
them
in
did.
08.
I think, which is weird that they've had like Jay Cutler and Jay Cutler. I mean, granted, Jay Cutler wasn't like amazing, but I don't know. But,
yeah, it's crazy. But the Bears still the only NFL team without a 4,000-yard passer in the regular season. We'll have to wait till hopefully next year for that to happen. But I think it will be Caleb Williams at some point.
It's gonna be Caleb.
Just
I think
matter of when. If he can stay healthy for a full year. Did he miss any games this year?
Maybe one, but I don't think so. I will say that this is a hot take. I think Caleb doesn't pass for 4,000. I think he passed for 5,000 next year.
Wow, that is a.
I think he passed for 5,000. Maybe I'm on the.
Yeah, I mean, there's Ben Johnson. Yeah, the Ben Johnson hype train.
I was gonna say the Caleb Williams hype train.
Well, maybe. I mean, Caleb Williams wasn't much before Ben Johnson got there, but it was very dysfunctional to begin with. So we'll see what happens. The Bills go on to beat the Jets 35-8. They were trying to get themselves at least higher up in a seeding, but the Texans didn't let that happen. So, like we said, the Bills get the unlucky draw of the hottest team in the NFL right now, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I will say, which obviously you want the 5 seed for Buffalo. Which is a worse opponent for Buffalo, Jacksonville or New England? Because those are the two that they would have.
I think Jacksonville's the worst one because New England they've seen twice already. So at least
And
they
it's kinda like
know
you
how
have-
to beat them. They have that formula. I don't remember what happened when Buffalo played Jacksonville because I'm pretty sure it did happen this year.
I can't
But
remember.
whatever did happen, I mean, that's only the one time, and Jacksonville is on a 9-game winning streak right now. So I really do think Jacksonville's the team you didn't want to play.
Yeah. Only other thing I will say in this game is that you and I have the same amount of interceptions as the New York Jets.
Yeah. That's crazy. As the Jets defense, we could have gone on the field. We could have gone on the field, played all 18 games, and got just as many, if not more, interceptions than the New York Jets defense.
That is insane.
That is crazy. They finished the year giving up intercepting the ball 0 times all season long. Has that ever happened before? Has anyone?
I don't think
was this
it
the
has.
first time in history, or
I think
I saw it was a stat, but I don't know. I never saw anyone say it was the first time, so I didn't know.
It's either first time in history or first time in like a long ass time.
That's crazy. That is crazy. It's something I can see the Giants doing, but luckily they picked off some people this year. They played Dak Prescott, so I mean, come on. I'm sorry, I had to say it. The Steelers go on to beat the Ravens. We already kind of talked about this a little bit, but the Steelers go on to beat the Ravens 26-24 on that missed field goal. Dude, I watched this game and I missed that field goal. I fell asleep like right before, like I don't know, we're somewhere in the middle of the fourth quarter is when I fell asleep, and then I woke up to seeing that they lost. And it didn't look like they were going to lose. Honestly, the Ravens looked like the better team for the first 3 quarters of this game. And it's not like the Steelers all of a sudden looked like loads better than the Ravens. It just kind of looked like a sloppy mess that was just kind of leading to like a last-minute drive for somebody. And I was just wondering who it was going to be. And it ended up being the Ravens. And then, dude, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that kick. I'm just glad it put Harbaugh on the market, and it might make him a New York Giant. That's all I like. If this is the game, if that kick is what leads John, or is it John or Jim?
John.
If that's the kick that leads John Harbaugh to be the coach of the New York Giants,
I wouldn't be mad if that's.
I'll be so happy.
I also wouldn't be mad if that's the kick that makes him the head coach of the Falcons. I would be mad either way. Like,
I'm pretty sure the Falcons. I saw the betting odds for where he ends up, and it's Giants, and then Miami, and then the Raiders, and then
there's
the Falcons are not on that list. I don't think.
I would rather have. Weirdly enough, I'd rather have Stefanski.
You know who I think you're gonna get, and you're gonna hate me for saying this.
You say Mike McDaniels?
No. I think you're going to end up with Robert Saleh.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. As much as we have given hate,
he looks like somebody that would go to the Falcons. I don't know why, but he just looks like the next Falcons head coach.
I think we need to.
That's just a gut feeling.
We need to get an offensive-minded coach, though, because our defense was fine. We just need to fix the offense.
Right.
We'll get into that. We can get to that like off season. I'm not gonna waste their time.
Right.
We got playoffs to talk about.
All right. Well, with all that being said, that final game was also the challenge game. So that field goal not only fired John Harbaugh, but it also fucked your challenge up and it brought me back into this. I'm only down 3 points at the end of the regular season. So you are the regular season winner. I'll give you that. Congratulations, Ben. But
I feel like when an NBA team wins the NBA midseason cup, that's how I feel right now.
Yeah, but
doesn't matter.
2 points are now worth for each pick are worth 2 points. There's no challenge in the playoffs.
I was worried. I'm not gonna lie.
But score predictions could still happen as well. They are still worth an extra 3 points on top of on top of the 2 that you'll get. So if you get the score prediction right, you essentially get 5 points for that game. Yeah, and that would be a hell of a swing, and every point counts at this point. And we do have 2 differs this week, so the choices are: I'm either going to be up 1, we're gonna split, and we'll still be at a 3-point game, or you're going to be up 5. No, you're going to be up 7. You'd be up 7.
7. Yep, 7. Yep.
Going into the divisional round weekend, in which I would need to differ on at least 2.
2 again.
Yeah.
And then that's like a uphill battle if you miss those again.
Oh, if I miss those again, I think it'd be over. But,
I think so. Yeah, we have to do the math on that. Or hey, scores.
That's crazy.
Remember,
but
scores
hey,
are the wild card here.
Scores are a wild card here.
Speaking of wild
card, hey, what a transition! He's learning. He's ready to be a YouTuber. It's coming.
I'm ready.
February, late February, early March, somewhere around there. Right, somewhere around there. Yeah,
somewhere around there.
But let's get into these wild card predictions. The first game of wild card weekend is none other than the game that is probably the most boring. The one that, I mean, come on. You only have it a 7-point game. I kind of want to hear you out.
I will explain my reasoning. So first off, I get bored at work. I don't even care if my boss sees this. I really don't. I get bored at work. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll use some ChatGPT because I'm bored. And I looked up for this the last couple of times. Anytime there's been like 3 teams from the NFL in the playoffs. And it just did the average. And more often than not, they don't make it, not even just to the Super Bowl, but to the conference championship game. So
none of the 3?
So none out of the one. What's funny, the only time in like modern era that's been a Super Bowl appearance and a win is your Giants in 2007.
Oh, because the Eagles made it and the Cowboys.
It was Eagles and Cowboys. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. The Giants didn't have to play the Eagles, but they did beat the Cowboys in that run.
Yep. So that's why, and also apparently I'm on fire at my work because the spread is a 10-point spread, and I said the Panthers can cover. I do think the Panthers can cover. I think the Rams are the better team. I think the Rams will be like far away in the head and then just give up, like, hey, you can make yourself feel better. That's where I'm at with it.
I mean, that was a hell of a stat.
It was a close game last time too.
That was a hell of a stat for you to pull out of your ass. I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, also last year, the NFC North was one of the best divisions.
Yeah, the Vikings, Packers, and Lions. Yep, and they all got clapped. So, I mean,
I want to hear your side.
I mean, I had 30-17. I think that's a pretty fair score as to how much we think the Panthers or the Rams are better than the Panthers.
Yeah.
But I mean, hearing that stat, I mean, I don't know.
I believe in the Rams a lot more.
I think if the Rams win this game, though, I think they'll have to go up against Seattle. Well, no, unless the 49ers win.
Yeah, unless the Niners win.
Or unless the who's the 7 seed there? The Packers win. So like
upset. Who's the 2 seed?
The Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah.
So unless there's a matchup between 2 NFC West teams in the next round.
I think I wanted to be on here and be like, hot take, no NFC West team will go to the NFC Championship game. I'm not going to say that because I think at least
it's possible. It's possible because I could see all 3 of them getting bounced by somebody. It's just a matter of who.
Yeah.
But
it was, I was bored at work and I found that stat. I thought you would like it.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, well, moving on to the Packers. They are going up against the Chicago Bears, and I mean, you have a 2-point game, but I'm only 1 ahead of you with a 3-point game. It was tough. It was tough to pick Chicago because I haven't believed in them all season long, and here we are in the playoffs with them as the 2 seed, and I'm still unsure if Caleb Williams has it in him to win a playoff game.
I will say this. This is where I'm at. I think the reason why I have this as a 2-point game is if the only reason why I'm not picking the Packers to win is because Micah Parsons is out for the year.
It's not even just Micah Parsons for me. It's just how banged up the Packers are in general going into this game. I'm
saying because if Micah's there, he at least helps your defense a lot to where they can pressure Caleb a lot better. They can do a lot more in defense with Micah there. With him gone, I think that is such a swing in the Bears' direction. And the Bears already have a solid defense. So, but I think this is going to be, I had to go through my head. I think this is probably the most 50-50 game this weekend. That's kind of where I'm at.
This was a tough one to pick. I do have the Bears winning this one. They're healthier and they took that rest game. I know the Packers did too. But I do wish we kind of had Slower here to give his opinion on why he thinks that
we're wrong.
I mean, he said it himself. He said it a couple weeks ago. I have the text message to prove it, that the Bears are not going to be the end of the Packers season. And here we are. They get each other first round for Slower to either eat his words or for Slower to be proved right. And I'm sure if he's proved right, he will be here next week to talk some shit. I'm sure he will. But and next week, hopefully we might be. I don't know if any games are on Saturday next week, but
I think like there's a couple potentially.
Yeah. All right. Well, we might end up with a Friday night again next week, but there's gonna be a tough one. There's gonna be a tough one for the Bears and for the Packers. It's gonna be interesting to see how Jordan Love plays in this game. But yeah, we both have the Bears in this one.
The Bears.
All right. First differ. We have the Buffalo Bills going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I know you're surprised that I didn't pick Buffalo, but I've said it a bunch. I just think the Jaguars are too hot of a team right now. And I think Buffalo got the absolute worst draw that they could have going into this playoffs and having to get Jacksonville first round. I think Jacksonville's legit. I think they win this game.
Before I get into my explanation, I need you to be 100% honest with me, like I know you can be. Who, AFC-wise, is the best quarterback in the playoffs?
You want to say Josh Allen, but
I want to hear who do you think is the best quarterback in the AFC playoffs?
It comes down to a lot more than just straight talent. So like the best performing quarterback going into the playoffs would be Drake May. Mm-hmm. But if you're saying, I know where you're getting at, the best all around talent, the number, like he would be the guy that you'd want on your team. Yes, it's Josh Allen. He just doesn't have the team.
Here's where I'm at when it comes to Buffalo. If you do not, I mean, obviously, if you don't win, you lose. That's what I'm getting at. If you do not show up in this game, you need to blow everything up because you are without Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, 3 quarterbacks that you struggle with in either the regular season, postseason, or combined. You have to perform in this game. And I think he does that. I think he has heard all the chatter about the Patriots are the new dynasty, all the Jags. He's hearing all of that, and he is going to put on a performance. Granted, this is a 3-point game because I still do think Jacksonville is a very good team. I'm not taking anything against Jacksonville. They are definitely the more complete team. But eventually, Superman puts on that cape, wears that S on his chest, and this S is number 17. The Buffalo hater is picking Buffalo, but I also had them in my Super Bowl. So
I just have to say, this is the worst Buffalo team that Josh Allen has had going into any playoff run. And it's the worst timing, obviously, with what you said, not having Lamar, Patrick, or Burrow to have to go up against. But, like, I think we leave this game with Buffalo going home and us looking at the Buffalo Bills and just saying that was not Josh Allen's fault. And
he will not. If he has a terrible game, I will genuinely be surprised. I will be shocked.
That's how I see this game ending. But it is what it is. I would love to see Buffalo go on, but I think this is where it ends for Buffalo. And I just feel like the way the season is gone, it's going to end at some point for Buffalo. And it might as well just happen now, to where this will hopefully be the wake-up call for the front office to give him some fucking help. Because,
I mean, to be fair, I also would like. I mean, obviously, I want Buffalo to win for my picks. But
Amber says it's never Josh Allen's fault, and that's true. Josh Allen is the golden boy of the NFL. There's nothing he can do wrong. Soon to be Jackson Dart. Hopefully, we'll see.
All right, let's move on.
Moving on, the San Francisco 49ers going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and this is our second differ of the video, and I need to hear you out because I feel like the last one was more of a me being a shocker here, but I need to hear why you think San Francisco has a shot in this one.
I don't believe in Philly.
I don't either, but I definitely don't believe in a team that just went 13-3 with the Seattle. It couldn't even put up a touchdown against the Seattle Seahawks.
You look at it that they didn't score a touchdown in Seattle, which also has a very good. We can both agree that Seattle has a better defense than Philly. We can agree on that.
Yeah, Philly doesn't have a bad defense though.
I'm not saying Philly has a bad. But my point being is, I think this is where I will also say this. Brock Purdy in this game is going to prove his contract or not. Win or lose, in my personal opinion. Even if they win this like 10-7, you got to think of something with Purdy. Like, because I don't think them going... To be fair, I also think the Niners are going past the divisional round. Depending on who they play, I guess. Like, if they win...
I mean, if the Niners can get past this game, then... I mean, the Niners are going to the Super Bowl because, like, I really just don't. I don't see it. I can't see it. The Niners literally need to come out of their shell and play better than they have all season long if they want a shot in hell at winning this game. At least that's the way I'm looking at this matchup.
I'll say that's fair. And I mean, also my point, I really just don't, like I said, I don't trust Philly.
I'm not lucky enough for Philly to get first rounded. I'm not. I'm not that lucky.
I think that's fair. I will say this though: if Philly wins, they lose next week. I don't care unless, because who would they have to play? It depends
what the Bears do, but
yeah, it depends on what the Bears do, I guess. But like I feel more confident if Philly wins of them going more on a run than the Niners. I think this is the only win the Niners can have the entire playoffs. But that's where I'm at.
Oh, okay. All right. Moving on, the Patriots going up against the Chargers in this one. I mean, you have it a little bit closer than me, but I think this is like your largest point spread of all your picks. It's 6 points. I get it, but it does seem like you have the most confidence in this one.
Yeah. As much as I want to shit on the Patriots for having a quote unquote easy schedule, as much as I want to throw so much hate towards their way, Drake May. I mean,
and what sucks is I feel like the Chargers have a lot of talent on this offense. Herbert is amazing. Hampton has played really well in the games that he was in. I mean, he got hurt for most of the year, but he's back, and he's still a good threat on this offense. Syracuse Pride Gadsden has been playing outstanding.
No, I'm so happy for that.
They have a decent wide receiver core. It's just Herbert's got 2 seconds, if that, to make a decision and throw the ball, and Hampton's not going to go anywhere if they can't block for him either. So
it's a banged up O-line versus a very good front in New England.
Yeah,
that's where I mean, I think Herbert will still do well. Like, I mean, I was tempted to have this be more of a point spread, like more points for New England, but I think Herbert can put up points. Like, he can kind of put on that cape, but I think eventually, like,
right,
there's only so much he can do.
All right, and then I think this is the final one. I think we've gone through all of them now. The final game of Wild Card Weekend is
this is a weird one.
The Texans going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, we both think the Texans are the better team, and I lied. This is actually your largest point differential of a 7-point game here, with the Texans over the Texans over the Steelers. So you're probably more confident in this one, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm kind of right there with you. I actually only have this as a 3-point game, and my reasoning for that is CJ Stroud. No, just the offense for the Houston Texans. The Steelers don't have a bad defense by any means.
Yeah.
And CJ Stroud has struggled in the playoffs before, and I think he struggles in this game. I still think the Texans get the win. I think they sneak out of this one because they are the better team, especially even defensively. But I feel like I just get this feeling CJ Stroud is going to struggle in this game. And I don't know why that is, but I have that feeling.
I don't disagree with that, like, at all. I think one thing that probably might happen after this game, I do want to ask you this. Assuming that we're both right and that the Texans win, do you think it is time, if this is his last game, do you think it's time for Rodgers to hang it up and retire? Or better question, do you think he is actually going to retire when he should retire?
I don't know. I think he could pretty much do whatever he wants after this season. I would vote for him for comeback player of the year. I think he did amazing. Yeah. But it's really up to him. If he wants another year in Pittsburgh, why not? It doesn't look like the division's getting any stronger anytime soon. So you might win. You might get another winning season out of Mike Tomlin before he gets kicked out of there. But I don't know. I think we just see that. I have a feeling we're going to see this exact same Pittsburgh Steelers team again next year. Potentially win the AFC North with like a 9-8 record.
8 record, yep. 9-8. That's what they do. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as that. I feel like I would say if, like, let's say the Steelers lose and like next week he announces he retired, I would feel the same way as if he said, I'm coming back for another year. Like, I wouldn't be upset.
I think if he does retire, the Steelers won't. I think we have our best shot at finally seeing Mike Tomlin not get a winning record. But I don't know. There's some devil magic that makes it happen every year, no matter who's. He could have Mason Rudolph and still fucking do it somehow.
I know, that's insane.
But is what it is. That is it for Wild Card Weekend. And like I said before, make sure you drop a like on this stream, whether you're watching it before or after it is live. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Get us to 500 subscribers and get in the comments so you can win a mystery Japanese Pokemon slab. And speaking of which, we do have to open a Japanese pack for that. And yeah, I kind of wish I just saved the UPC at this point to use for like a moment like this. But yeah, I guess we are doing it this way. So we have a Night Wanderer. We still have 2 of these left. We're gonna open a Night Wanderer. Hopefully we can get the Dusclops, or I think it's a Dusclops, or Dusknoir.
It's that whole line. I actually think it's the Dusclops. No.
Hopefully we can get one of them. That would be nice. Well, let's see what we can get. We start off with a Toxicroak. And reminder, we are opening this Japanese pack to promote the Japanese Pokemon Slab giveaway coming up on the channel. And I'll have the brand new set of Mega Dream. I will have those Japanese packs very soon to start opening for this. But we get a Horsey for our second card, a Meowth for our third one, a Crobat, and then just a Castle. So we get clapped on that one, and I'm not opening the last one just in case the Mega Dream stuff doesn't show up before next episode. But oh well, I've been clapped on like every Pokemon pack that I've opened today, so it is what it is at this point. Hey, we managed to make this stream almost an hour. We're at about 50 minutes right now. So
want to talk like 10 minutes?
What do you got to talk about, Ben? What do you got?
I do want to I want your we're going to put our conspiracy theory hats on. So after Harbaugh obviously got fired, it was reported that 7 teams wanted to like interview for him. And that was before the Dolphins fired McDaniels. Do you I believe that they were one of the teams that wanted Harbaugh.
Yeah, and they scare the hell out of me too, because I mean, think about it. If you're Harbaugh, where would you want to go? Like,
Yeah, if you wanna
I
go
understand
to-
New York's got
wanna
more
go to another-
talent, but like, where would you want to live? Let's be like New York City, or not even fucking
Jersey.
Meadowlands, New Jersey,
Or
or
Miami.
Florida.
Atlanta. Another warm climate.
Nobody. You are not. I don't think you're getting anyone like top tier.
I want you to know, if I see an ESPN notification, John Harbaugh to Atlanta, you are never living that down. I don't care if you get Stefanski. You're not living that down.
What if he's just like, fuck it? You know what? I'm going to retire.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't. I mean, that'd be funny. What if like he just retires after Stefanski goes?
I have to put it in my mind now that the Giants are not going to get Harbaugh, and just be very happy if it does happen. But like, I just have to get it into my mind now that we're not going to get him, so that I'm not too disappointed.
I was like,
when
does
the
he really want
Giants
to
pull
go
the
to
Giants.
another Northeast cold weather team? Does he really want to do that again?
But he's got Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, a talented defense that's just missing a secondary, an O-line that actually did really well. He'll get Scattaboo back with a decent run game. Him and Tracy.
Yeah. And he'll probably still go to Miami.
With fucking Tua turn the ball over. Whatever.
What? Miami. Anyways, I think that's all I can fucking feel for. Fucking tired.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Knicks picks. We'll be back again next week for the divisional round. It'll probably be another Friday night stream. So if you're not able to make it to the stream, just remember it does stay on the channel, so you can always watch it afterwards. But make sure your notifications are on so that you don't miss when it does go live if you do want to be here. Ben, appreciate you joining me for another live stream. Again, this is so much better than editing a video every week. I fucking love this, dude. I love this so much. And honestly, this is not sponsored by Canva at all, but Canva makes this so much easier. This little slideshow thing that we got going on right now is
Liz uses that a lot for her,
it's
like,
great
staging stuff. So yeah, she loves it.
It's great. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this stream. We will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Peace. Gotta say it. Gotta say it. Not ending this until you say it.
Got my fire coin. I got the lead by 3 points. I got nothing. Bye, guys.
I took your face off.
Wow. Okay.